hold on.
John
All
Cena.
right, John Cena. I believe if John Cena was able to like do one more movie showing him being like a darker side, I believe he could play the
Mhm.
term. He could pull off playing the Terminator.
So, so you talking about wrestlers going into acting? You know Batista's got a new movie coming out, directed by M. Night, right?
Yeah, yeah, I saw the trailer.
The Cabin.
Yes.
So now you see how Batista's making that transition
Mm-hmm. I don't even
to
think he
becoming more
wrestles any.
serious.
He doesn't even wrestle anymore.
No,
So yeah, it's
no, he
like that's
doesn't. He
behind
doesn't.
him.
He
So
doesn't.
he's making a transition
But
to be
just
more serious.
yeah, I see it with this role. Just from watching the trailers and the breakdowns that I've seen, is more of a serious. Because even when you watch him in Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
it's still that kind of, what I mean, playful, not too serious. I don't know if it's because he's on that specific team with the Guardians,
Yeah.
but the Drax is not a serious role to me.
Drax is funny as
You know
shit.
what I'm saying?
He's funny as hell.
Exactly.
But my
Exactly.
thing is this: when Drax and Mantis just gonna say "fuck it," let's get it on,
Oh
because
my
it's
God.
like it's like I'm rooting for them to be in a relationship. Is what I'm trying to say. If they can
Haunted.
even be together in that kind of way,
Oh, what you
because
got?
if
4 months?
Peter and what's the green girl name again?
Gamora.
Gamora. Thank you.
Gamora.
If them two could be together, why can't them two, Drax and Mantis, be together? Just saying, bro.
So now.
Because now
Mm,
it's revealed that Mantis and Peter are siblings. They can't be together unless Peter wants to bang a robot,
so
or at least give Drax the robot.
let me say this. What was that? What movie was that when Drax was clowning Peter about I'm laying with the whatever whatever he was like, man that's laid with the such and such and such alien. So in nature, right,
Mm-hmm.
you've got bears and bears, lions and lions, da
Mm-hmm.
da 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 da. So maybe in Drax's culture or their species, they don't lay with anything outside of their own. You dig what I'm saying?
He's not
Race.
even around his culture or species, so it doesn't even matter. It's
I
adapted.
mean, it
Uh,
doesn't. It
it's
doesn't. But if okay, like if in nature,
and
if your
hold on,
nature
and you
is
talking about nature?
go ahead.
Only reason why a tiger and a lion mate with their interspecies because they don't cross paths. But in captivity, a lion and a tiger will get it on. That's the only reason why.
But even that's not existing in nature. That's existing outside of nature because they're in captivity.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
So yeah. So to your answer, I don't think that's going to happen because Drax strikes me as the type of person that's okay. This is my kind. I'm not saying
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, but
So you tell me there's
y-
racism in space
yes,
or
yes,
speciesism?
yes,
You
yes.
tell
George Lucas showed you that shit. All them old ass Star Wars movies.
Yeah, he did show
George Lucas showed you that
he
shit.
showed us two sides of it. He said they stay within their species because they cannot interchange with each other. Like that big
So
old that thing with the big eyes and the big ass head. I can't see it smashing a human.
which one?
The one that had the big ass is just fugly as hell.
Bro, it's a lot. They were. George Lucas definitely made some.
Like Jar
Yeah.
Jar Binks, like Jar Jar Binks, right? He can't smash
Okay.
Princess Leia,
CGI. And he probably got the physical tools to, but
but the disease that comes with his species. Now think
what is
about
that?
the what's John C. What's the, John C. Rollins, the one that usually play in the Will Ferrell movies where they was being super silly in a couple of movies. He's tall, big ass head. He was in the first um Guardians of the Galaxy when he was on Xandar. He was part of that force,
Oh, he's talking the Nova Force.
the Nova Force. His wife was a whole different color,
Um,
and they had a child together.
yeah, John C.
John C. Riley.
John C. Riley. Yes.
Yeah, so
Now,
his character had a child with a different
yes,
species.
species. Right.
So
But if you notice,
why can't Dax and Mantis get it in?
but we're humans. That's the shit that we do.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's the shit that we do.
So
No, I don't know.
if Dax was human, Mantis would have been getting the business.
All day, all day. Yeah. If Drax was anything other,
Drax.
yeah, if he was a
Drax. I
human
keep
being,
saying Dax.
yeah, definitely.
I know Marvel fans are gonna be like, get this motherfucker.
I
Uh,
know we ain't talking about Prince guy. He just blew it.
yeah, I know, right?
We ain't
So
talking about that guy.
we're talking about
Yeah.
Drax. My apologies, Drax. And just for y'all, just so y'all can see, that's Marvel poster right there. So go and fuck yourselves. And so let's get back.
Hey, hey, flip the camera around. You got DC on the other side.
Ain't no DC on the other side, bro. I'm sitting here looking like, what the hell are you talking
You looking behind you. I said flip the camera around.
about?
You probably got DC
Yeah,
in the front side of
yeah,
you.
it's on the other side, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all
You
right,
ain't got to hide it.
so let's get back to the original Black Panther Part Two. You said the
Uh,
phenomenon it took too long,
yeah.
and you felt like it would have been a bigger results if it was male led within a 2 year period versus a 4 year period.
Well, not necessarily male led because I think they did a good job kind of like integrating it because several different people have worn the mantle of Black Panther, and
Mm-hmm.
sure, he was one of them. Bucky was one of them at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Even M'Baku was one at one point. So I think they
M'Baku?
did a pretty good at one
When?
point. Yeah.
When? In
Different
the
storyline.
comic books? Okay, comic books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we talking about
So
the universe, the Cineverse.
yeah. So yeah. So it's a so I liked that. I didn't care who was like. We're not sexist by any means. Black
Mm-mm.
women, all that. You know. So I actually was on board with that. It was just the whole you've got a great story and you sat on it this long. We've been knew for the longest that Namor was gonna be in the movie. We know
Mm-hmm.
that for years, right?
Okay,
So if we knew that, why did y'all wait so long to push the product? And it's like if you leave something on the shelf, how long do you have before it expires?
bro. Namor. Speaking of Namor, and that shelf and that product. If it
Okay.
took you 4 years to give us Mayan and Aztecan mythology, then
hmm
I'm glad it took you 4 years to give us that. I am so glad you gave us that because I am so sick and tired of hearing fucking Atlantis. I'm to the point now where I might want to get on a damn ship, which I'm black and I don't do boats, but I myself might want to get on the damn ship and start looking for fucking Atlantis to see if this shit is real because I'm so sick of hearing about Atlantis. I mean, just to
It's
give
a
us a different mythology. You gave us the African cultural mix of different African mythologies, and then you turn around and give us a Central America and Southern North America mythology. I mean, Southern states of the United States of America, people, if you know geography. Um, they gave us that mythology, And it is absolutely mind-boggling what they did with that shit because that shit was dope as fuck. Like that was my first time really peeping into their mythology. Like, yo, this shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like to give us that. So yeah, kudos. 4 years. 4 years
Definitely.
because you had to do your research, you had to do your homework. Now, what are you going to do with it afterwards? Because they say Namor is going to get his own movie. So who's going to direct it? And if they direct it, are they going to water down his storyline? Because honestly, let Ryan Coogler handle that direction, just as he does the Black Panther. Because whoever does it is going to probably whitewash it. We need to see more of their mythology, the same way you brightened our mythology. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
But I don't think Marvel gonna
I don't
go for
think
that. They're gonna bring
Marvel's
some
gonna allow.
shit.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna allow it to become the typical. Oh, we got a good product. Let's try to you know push our agenda on this product. I think they're gonna try to keep it as true to form as you possibly can because
Hmm.
with this, when you introduce Namor and Aztec, all this stuff, now and let's not forget, all this is still money. All this is still money. Now you've introduced Aztec, Mayan. What do they classify themselves as? Indigenous people.
Yes, they were
So now,
natives. Native, yeah.
okay, natives,
And
indigenous. So
hmm
now you've not only gotten the Caucasian dollars, the
hmm
black dollars. Now you've gotten
the Latin
indigenous
dollar,
dollars coming to support. Exactly.
the Latin
So I
dollars,
mean,
the Mexican
it's
Americans and those who choose to watch it. Because
it's
honest to
it's a
God, truth, after the movie came out, I seen a guy at a restaurant somewhere. It was somewhere in public, and I was like, "Dudes, you look like Namor." He's like, and he was Spanish. Look just
mhm,
like Namor, dog. Who's that?
mhm.
So obviously he's not watching Black Panther.
He might not be watching now, but there. It's man. At the end of the day, money, gimmicks, media, whatever you want to classify it as, is like, what can we do to get more coming in? And that is appealing to a larger, diverse crowd.
Hmm.
Now we can't just push these type of movies to black people. Now we can't just push these type of movies. Man, look at how many colored, and I don't just mean like black. I'm talking about like
Hmm.
colored superheroes they're in. You got Blade that's finna come out again. You got
Again,
Miss Mar. Yeah, you got Miss Marvel. She's I want to say Iraqian
yeah,
on the
she's
Disney
some.
Plus app.
Yeah, she's something. I didn't watch it though.
Some Middle Eastern nationality.
Yeah,
So you got that. Of course, you got the whole Black Panther. Damn near what 95% of the cast is black.
and then you also got the new Captain America, who's not black.
The new, yeah, exactly. America
Um,
Chavez, who is
America
mhm.
Chavez, who's that?
So okay, so
Ex-
she played in
Expound, please.
she played in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. The young lady that was able to transport to different
Oh yeah,
dimensions.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's America Chavez.
all right.
So introducing all these different culture and races, even with Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi. That
Shang-Chi.
what they're doing is marvelous. I like what they're doing because in the past they would throw some white boy in and be like,
You're
"Oh, you
right,
you have a direct." Oh, what do you say? Like your third grandfather was Asian or some shit. That's why you look white.
right,
So
right.
it's like seriously, child, please. Like, come on
And
now, fuck out
that
of here. So now they're putting the
watching
actual
that movie.
people to match it. Like, and it's not about race, but it's more so about
No, it's
culture
not.
and how we see each other on the film. Because it's okay now when I watch Captain America, with Steve Rogers, it's okay because okay, this is Captain America, this is Steve Rogers, and now
right.
we're watching Captain America with what's his damn character name? I can't think of it right now. Sam with Sam. What's his
Um,
last name? Sam what?
uh, Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson.
That's his.
Okay,
It's Sam Wilson, but the actor that plays his name is
Anthony Mackie.
yes,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry
Anthony
for the
Mackie.
yawning, but Anthony Mackie. But the character name is Sam Wilson. I already know the actor name is Anthony
Um,
Mackie. So watching Captain America with Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, who's the new Captain America, and watching the TV series was a different revelation. It was like, okay, I can relate to the character on both ends. I can relate to
no,
Sam Wilson, and I can relate to fucking Steve Rogers. Now you have the Winter Soldier. Even he took up the mantle one or two times of Captain America.
mhm,
And
right,
with Bucky, you know what I'm saying? Bucky's where he needs to be. Him and Steve was friends for years ago. That's cool. Now let's go into somebody, let's say, like that they throwing a connection over. Namor. Namor, they wanted Namor to be white and from Atlantis. No. How about we give them a fictional place called Talakan? And how about we give them the actual mythologies of Mayan culture? Let's introduce another group of minorities into the story and their beliefs and their customs, like how we introduce one major group of minorities, which is not minorities in the world, but minorities here in America, which is the Black Panther, the African culture. So that mixture
right.
has now opened my eyes. Like I want more on both sides. I want to
Oh,
see Namor. I want to see what the fuck Namor got going on. Just like we got to see what Black Panther culture got going on. So yeah, I'm waiting for Disney Plus to drop Black Panther 2 so I can watch it again and be re-engaged with that again like I am with Black Panther 1. Um, but just just within the context, that diversification that they're giving us
oh,
is beautiful, bro. DC, all I can say is The Rock did an excellent job of bringing together a multi-dimensional cast. He gave Aldous Hodge, a black guy. He gave Pierce Bronson, James Bond, that girl or whatever she wants to identify as. I don't. She's born. I don't give a fuck about the political. Fuck that. The girl and that guy from the Netflix movies. He's in all
okay.
damn Netflix movies. The cast,
He's the guy.
he's that guy. But the cast was so diverse that I was watching it like, okay, cool. Although I know The Rock is black and Samoan, who's playing an Iranian, but he has their skin color. He doesn't have the hair that he has, so he has their facial features without the hair. So I can see The Rock playing that, but I know that's a black man playing that. I know that's a Samoan man playing that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's giving us the real meaning of that world. Now, when you go into historical matters, that's where me and history come into play. That's inaccurate. I get what you're doing, but that's inaccurate as far as like who the slaves were for that fictional country. But because the country's fictional, it's accurate for me.
Right.
So I was just seeing that a film and seeing it dissected that way, and it makes me enjoy the film more because now I can relate to the characters. But what DC is doing outside of what The Rock is cooking, and they letting go the chef of that Black Adam franchise, and they don't want to really fuck with the Black Adam franchise no more. I can't fuck with DC myself no more. I'm so sick of watching the new Batman and Superman movie. I am so sick of it, bro. If they drop another Batman and he's fucking white, bro, I am done. If they drop another Superman and he's white, I am done.
Mm,
I am
that
so
ain't so, bro.
I'm so over it. I'm not even watching it.
Mm,
And the main reason why, not because I want to be racist, is because I've seen Superman story, and the best reimagining of it was with Zack Snyder. Was that Zack? No, Christopher Nolan, or was it Zack Snyder? Right? He the one that did the first
Chris
Man of
Nolan.
Steel. Chris Nolan.
Yeah. Hmm.
Chris Nolan's Man of Steel was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. And I say that with the utmost conviction. It was fucking awesome. I have never seen that kind of storytelling. And then Zack Snyder's the Justice League, the one that he dropped. Oh man, it can't get no fucking better. You would think that HBO and Warner Brothers would say, this is the direction we need to go in. You would think they would sit there and say, this is the direction we need to stay with. The story is right where we need to go. That shit is trash where they're going right now, man. It is trash. Once, to me personally, they're going away from that Snyderverse. It's the biggest mistake they could ever make.
I don't know, man. It's some kind of sabotage going on or something.
It's like, fuck what we want. Forget what we want, right? Forget what we people who pay our monies to see. Forget what we want. We're gonna put out what we want to put out, and you gonna like it. And guess what? The ticket sales gonna say, "Ah, I'm gonna stick with Marvel,"
Right.
and that's where Marvel is kicking their ass at. Now, Blade, I can't. Mahershala Ali is a good actor, but Wesley Snipes is Blade.
Yeah. I mean, of course, but I try not to. If he can, if my man can like sustain or like do a somewhat credible job, then he's gonna get a pass because for one, it's been so long since Blade's been done.
Mm-hmm.
And Marshall Ali is playing to the newer, newfound, how to say it, the new era of Marvel generation. He's not
Mm-hmm.
playing to the Blade and the Night Stalkers version and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not that version. So he might be their version because you look at even just looking at the two difference of the builds. Wesley was way thicker, more built. Marshall Ali's gonna be a slimmer Blade.
he's taller.
You know what I'm saying?
He's taller than
Yeah,
Wesley.
exactly.
Marshala played college basketball. A lot of people don't know that he played Division I college basketball. So I believe he's somewhere between 6'1" to 6'2" in height.
Okay.
Wesley's somewhere between 5'10" to 6 feet.
Right.
So he's not as tall as Marshala. So his muscle dynamics was always bigger than Marshala. Even when he was slimmer, he had the dynamics to be more buff. Honest to God truth, I would take a 60-year-old Wesley. That's how old he is now, right? About in his 60s or late 50s.
Late
I
50s,
believe.
I believe.
Okay, so I would take that older Wesley to play Blade because I know what he's going to give. Then Marshala, and it's no slap to him. He has Wesley support, and we know body. But I would still personally take Wesley to play Blade because the martial arts is the key opponent factor in the whole bit. Marshala
I'm not
is an athlete, but he's not, to my knowledge, a martial artist.
right.
If you gave me Michael Jai White to play Blade, I'll be salivating because
Nah,
you're giving us the same actor.
I don't like him.
Why?
I don't like him as Blade. I don't know. When I look at Michael Jai White, I feel I look at him as the perfect role as John Stewart, the Green Lantern. For as far as him to do Blade, I just don't see him, and maybe because me watching the first Blade when it came to the screen,
Mm-hmm.
how well Wesley did it, I just can't see nobody else in it of that same, like, cause you think of I think of Michael Jai White and Wesley, same generational type of actors. You know what I'm saying?
hmm And martial artists. They're both real martial
Right,
artists. But
right.
Michael Jai actually knows how to fight with the weapon. My Wesley did take up the training for the weapon. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about Blade and that damn sword. Blade is not Blade without that sword, bro. So if
It's
Michael
not.
Jai is playing Blade, you have somebody with the same techniques or maybe more techniques that he can deliver to the martial arts aspect. But because Marsala is an athlete, he should be able to pull it off. But Chadwick is an athlete. He was able to pull off some of the martial arts aspects of Black Panther. But Wesley Snipes, if he was to play Black Panther earlier in his career like he wanted to, but had to settle for Blade, I think Wesley would have damn sure pulled that off to the utmost extreme of playing Black Panther. But the problem is, how can you bring Wakanda alive and not make it look cheesy back in the 90s? That's why
You
Blade
couldn't,
better fit. You couldn't. You wouldn't be able to pull it off. It would be some cheesy ass shit.
because we done seen them try to do like bring certain things to life
hmm
that technology just wasn't ready for, and it turned out terrible.
Only one that was able to pull off was Superman, and they barely pulled that off right. Because when you go back and watch it now, it looks real campy, and that's why I didn't
Which you
understand the.
talking about
Hmm?
the Christopher what's the name?
Christopher Reeves, yeah,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
the beams coming out of his eyes, you could kind of see where the special effects kicks in. The flying, you could kind of see the damn pole rope damn near. You can see that the sky ain't real, but when you're young, you don't see all these tricks. It's harder to see it
Oh
when you're
man.
young. But now with the TV's more clearer, you can see everything.
Not only that, the viewer is smarter.
hmm That's
The
true.
viewer, like that's why, like you can't have the same bang bang Rambo style, Commando style movies now because viewerships are so like to keep somebody entertained
hmm
can't be just violence anymore. Unless that's specifically what that person is there for. But the more seasoned moviegoer or viewer, he wants something more than just my gun is bigger than your gun. You
Correct.
know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're playing a military
So
person. Like,
yeah.
when I watch, here go that. When I watch, let's say when I watch Rambo Part One or
Mhm.
Part Two, some of the survival tactics are true, and then there's some that's just over the top.
Mhm.
When I watch Commando, you don't smell the wind. It was coming from up. What he said, you didn't smell them. It was coming from upwind. That's true. I can smell from upwind personally. If you can't see, you can smell, right? If you can't
Okay.
smell, you can see better. If you can't hear, you can see better. Something heightens.
Right. Right.
So that is true. If
That
you
is
were like, if I'm in a field, I stink like the field, but you come into the field smelling like some damn cologne, I could smell you from damn near 100 yards away. You know, that's how strong that smell is because it's a new smell. So he is right. But tactics, some of the tactics, some of the ranks that they call each other, I pay attention to that. Like when they talking about Marines, I'm a Marine, and they might call him a soldier. I'll get pissed. I get pissed, bro, because that's two different branches. That's disrespectful to both branch, especially the Marine Corps. But when I watch something like what's the movie? I did watch Red Tails. Red Tails was uh they left out the names of people. So let's go to Devotion. I watched Devotion. They had Marines and
oh, you
sailors.
did?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just finished watching it. I have to watch it again but it's a pretty good movie, and it's
Okay.
worth watching. It's worth watching. I think they should have went to Netflix with it though, because some of the stuff is you could tell where they cut corners on the budget when it comes to like the not the special effects really, but just the production. You could see some of the where they cut corners. Um, some of the intertwinings or the interactions between Marines and sailors is true. A lot of it is true. We don't like each other, but we'll fight. We'll fight each other. In the end, you just can't fight us both. Only we could fight each other, but we can't. You just can't be an outside person trying to fight us. So that's true. Um, so what you think, man? Like we should keep doing these shows, bro, because we're almost to the end, man.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. So I mean, the next one I want to tackle has got to be because um, I'm just interested how they gonna do the next, the Quantumanium. Of course, shout out to Jonathan Majors. You know what I mean?
That
I
young
want
man is rising.
he
He
working, he
he
working.
working. He working. Next thing you
So
know, he gonna be directing his own movie.
hey, there you
Give
go.
him a couple
So
more
I'm
years.
just yeah, I'm just interested how they pull off this whole Kang and Ant-Man and the Quantumanium universe, all that stuff, and just to see how they can piece together a good storyline. Like I said, you sell a story, everything else is gonna fall into place the way it needs to.
Now, he who remains versus Kang the Conqueror. And he said, if you think I'm evil, yeah, wait till you meet the rest of me in the Loki TV series, right?
Right, right.
He who remains is a very interesting character because he's more powerful than every one of them. Loki and them think they killed him. He just said, "Nah, fuck it. Y'all know everything. I already knew you was coming, so I don't think he's dead. But what I do
No,
think is he is alive enough to let me show you because you don't listen.
make a
And
fool
Kang
out
the
of you.
Conqueror, and I'm gonna make a fool out of you. And Kang the Conqueror is gonna wreck some shit. He he's gonna he. They said he's gonna make Thanos look like he's baby Jesus.
I mean, let's see, because I mean, Kang is from my understanding of Kang is like he's a master of wizardry of like time and space type deal. So you just think of somebody that can wield that kind of, you know, Thanos could do it with the stones. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So imagine somebody that can do it at will.
But Kang is Reed Richards' descendants. He's a great
From
descendant of Reed
from
Fantastic Four. So it's
right.
he's brilliant. Now, this is the
Hmm.
thing. How is he alive for so long? Even with he who remains. He's been alive for a while. You think he's God.
And that's what he tried to portray himself as.
Okay.
He's gonna try to portray himself as a god in this movie that's coming up. Matter of fact, in what we got about 16 days.
I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah,
I
about
can't wait.
16 days. Yeah, you can, and I'll be there the night before.
Hmm. I'm
And
there.
as soon as you do it, as soon as we spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah,
I mean,
I have to wait for you because, of course, you got to get the kiddos and bring them to the movie. I'm gonna have to wait for you because you already
yeah,
know I'm
we go,
going to watch it during the day, so we're gonna have to come back
of
at
course,
night and just kind of like just break this shit down. And I know people like this is a long episode, but I know people like short episodes, short attention span. But I think if people listen more than you watch an hour of people bashing movies. Why can't you listen to folks, talking about movies and talk about perspective in a way that you want to hear it talked about?
of course. I mean, all this is gonna be edited anyway. So as we,
I'm not editing, bro. All raw. I'm not editing.
okay,
I'm not
Okay.
editing nothing, even with the last interview, the other interviews. Like I'm not editing nothing. It's all raw. You know what I'm saying? We ain't saying nothing out of context anyway. So I talk a lot of shit because I have the freedom of press. So I'm not saying nothing out of context. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and
Yeah, but
but go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, good deal. Shoot, hey,
Yeah.
and it's your show, man. I'm just trying to,
No, it's our show.
I'm
This one
trying to
is
get it
our
out
show.
there.
This is our show right here, brother. This is our show. So
I,
most definitely we want to tackle that. It can't be brothers on film and we fucking it's my show. Like we're you know what I'm saying? So we talking about these movies. We definitely tackled some old, we tackle mainly some old stuff. And it's good to talk about
right.
different movies and versus the new ones and what's coming up and what going to be because at the end of the day it's like we don't know it until we fucking watch it. We
You
don't know
want to know,
until we
right?
watch it. Yeah.
Right.
Won't know until you watch it. So that's everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, hit the like button on YouTube. Check out the website www.iamululounge.com. That's where this video is going to be home to, other than YouTube. But check out the website, get a feel for iamululounge.com. There's going to be more product. Chris, my brother, it's always a pleasure to do anything with you, even with coaching and everything, man. I salute you on that, brother.
Bet. That's a
All
bet, my
right.
brother. Like you
All
said,
right.
if y'all like, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment,
Mm-hmm.
do all that.
Most
Support.
definitely. And bad comment, I don't care about bad comments. If you want to take the time to watch it and bash it, by all means, you took the time to watch it. Just remember that you watched it, and that's all we wanted you to do. And if you don't like it, that's on you. You already watched it.
Tough. Tough.
That's tough. And some people might find this entertaining. Who knows? Who knows? But episode 2, we're going to definitely talk about. No, let's save that for 3. So 2, we're going to talk about some other films. Let's talk about the Predator that came out on episode 2. So that's what
Hulu,
we're going to talk about on Hulu.
got you.
We're going to address the
Yes.
Predator, and we're going to readdress the Best Man Holiday. But you need to watch that, bro. Catch up on it,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we'll talk about that. All right.
All
And,
right.
all right. I'm about to just shut it down.